Hello friends, myself Dr. KB Sangwe, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, Brijlal Vianney Science College, affiliated to Sant Gadge Baba Amaravati University, Amaravati. Today we are going to discuss about ecosystem. This topic is included in the syllabus of BSc second year, semester 4 in unit number 6. Today's objectives are: what is ecosystem, structure of the ecosystem, and the function of ecosystem. So let us get introduce yourself with this ecosystem. The term ecosystem was first used in 1935 in a publication by British ecologist Arthur Tansley. The simplest definition of the ecosystem is that it is a community or group of living organisms that live in and interact with each other in a specific environment. An ecosystem is geographic area where plants, animals and other organisms, which includes viruses, bacteria and other organisms, as well as weather, landscape, work together to form a bubble of life. Ecosystem contains biotic or living parts as well as abiotic or non-living parts. Biotic factors includes plants, animals and other organisms. Abiotic factor includes light, temperature, water, soil, etc. The structure of an ecosystem is characterized by the organization of both biotic and abiotic components. The structure of ecosystem includes the organism that and the physical features of the environment. It also provides the information regarding the climatic condition of that area. The structure of ecosystem can be split into two main components, that is biotic components and abiotic components. The biotic and abiotic components are interrelated in an ecosystem. So this is the flow chart of ecosystem. This ecosystem is mainly divided into two factors: abiotic factors, which includes light, temperature, water, air and soil. These factors, they are called as non-living factors or non-living things. While biotic factors, it includes producers, consumers and decomposers. Producers mainly composed of plants or green plants. Consumers, it mainly consists of herbivorous, also called as primary consumers. Secondary consumers, it includes primary carnivorous animals. Tertiary consumers, it consists of secondary carnivorous animals. These tertiary consumers depends for food on the secondary consumers, and these secondary carnivores or consumers, they are depend on the primary herbivorous animals, and these herbivorous animals depend on producers for the food. After the death of these primary, secondary and tertiary consumers, they are get decomposed by the decomposers and send it back again to the soil or into the environment. The biotic components refer to life of an ecosystem based on nutrition. Biotic components can be categorized into autotrophs, heterotrophs and saprotrophs, or the decomposers. Producers, organisms that can synthesize their own food and usually serve as the foundation for all food chains. They are called as autotrophs. For example, plants, algae, some few species of bacteria. They prepare their own food by converting sunlight into chemical energy, and this process is called as photosynthesis. They use energy from the sunlight and converting carbon dioxide into simple glucose, which easily broken down to produce energy. This energy is then stored in the form of sugar and later used. Consumers or heterotrophs are organisms that depend on other organisms for food. Consumers are further classified into primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. Primary consumers, they are also called as herbivores or herbivore animals who eat producers or plant. Some of the primary produce consumers or herbivores living on the land are rabbit, mice, horse, birds, deer, grasshopper, etc. Secondary consumers, these are the animals who feed on the primary consumers. They usually eat meat or flesh and are termed as predators. For example, tiger, lion, hawk, snake, etc. Tertiary consumers. These are the animals that depend on the secondary consumers for food. Decomposers. These include saprophytes such as fungi and bacteria. They directly feed on the dead and decaying matter. Decomposers are essential for the ecosystem as they help in recycling the nutrients. Abiotic components. Abiotic components are the non-living components of an ecosystem. It includes air, water, soil, light, temperature, nutrients, etc. Then the functions of the ecosystem. It regulates the essential ecological processes, supports life system and renders stability. It also responsible for the cycling of nutrients between the biotic and abiotic components. It maintains a balance among the various trophic level in the ecosystem. It cycles the materials through the biosphere. The abiotic components help in the synthesis of organic components. Thanks for watching. Stay at home, stay safe. Thank you. Thank you very much.